I look at what's going on with the current WWE tournament, and I know there's a lot of TNA fans. They want to hate on the WWE, and it's kind of fuck TNA. Well, fuck WWE. Well, fuck you. Well, fuck you too. And I know there's a lot of them going, oh look, WWE is copying off of TNA, and it's like, stop. Wait a minute. Stop. They had no choice but to do this tournament.
Absolutely.
They really had no choice. They had no choice. And I thought they explained very nicely what was going on with Roman Reigns and pretty much how he got into the tournament. Because when I was looking at the bracket originally, I'm saying, wait a minute, he's like the number one contender. Why is he in this tournament? I don't understand. And the way that they explained it on Raw, that was a very critical segment in setting the tone for the title tournament. I loved it, and a lot of that is on the shoulders of Triple H, because he did a really good job in bringing it home full circle with the Roman Reigns guy, going out there basically saying, I gotta be honest, Roman, when we were thinking about who were we gonna recruit to be our guy, you were actually the first person on the list. But man, it ended up being Seth, but you were this close, but I'm always recruiting. And I just like how he kind of brought it in and was like, basically, I can make you the WWE champion. All you gotta be is my nigga. No, that's not what he said. He said you gotta be my man, but he was really saying you gotta. And you see, when he was saying you gotta be my man, I couldn't help but think of Denzel Washington. Ha, my man. My man, I can't do it, but Denzel does it good. My man. But no, it's like, you're thinking that, and you're thinking, I need you to be my nigga, and Roman Reigns just basically said, I haven't taken out handouts before. I'm not going to take handouts right now. I'm not going to start. And that pretty much has set the tone for the tournament, and it brilliantly, I thought, explained Roman Reigns being put in there. But Triple H deserves a lot of that, because he really, it was just one of those moments that kind of made me go, damn, I wish Triple H was just 8 years younger, because they really need him right now.
That's true.
They could use a Triple H as a full-time wrestler right now.
That's true.
Really shaping up these other guys that's like need to be elevated even more.
That's true. Well, I think, just like you said, as far as Reigns, I think for myself, I think it was good that he didn't accept it off the bat, because I think there would have been a lot of people disgruntled in the fact that he was just put in there.
And then also turn it in a way where, oh, here we go, he's being forced down our throats like John Cena. Yeah.
Instead of working for it.
Yeah. I thought just from a creative standpoint, I'll give the writing team credit for that. I'll definitely give them credit for that. WWE had no choice but to do this tournament. They had no choice but to do it this way. And honestly, this buys them a little bit more time, because after all, they lost Seth Rollins. They probably had plans for this guy up until WrestleMania, or at least the Royal Rumble. You never know. We're only speculating, but I mean, you could just kind of tell that as far as the remainder of this calendar year goes, I would have been shocked to learn if Roman was going to get the belt this year. And I have been saying Roman needs to get the belt. Let Roman chase after Seth Rollins. Let him get the belt off of Seth Rollins. I've been saying that for the longest. Okay, so, but there was part of me that just started to kind of doubt that, okay, you know what, it's November now. It's probably not going to happen. If he is going to drop the belt, probably not going to be till first quarter of next year. Maybe like right before or on Royal Rumble time. That's what I'll start to be more realistic. So to just see this situation that's going on right now with the tournament, this gives the writers a little bit more breathing room to try to figure out, okay, what's the short-term goal? What are we going to do for the next 2 months? What are we going to do for the next 3 months? What are we going to do until Royal Rumble time? What are we going to, that buys them a little bit of time. Okay, so that's great. But they had no choice but to do this. At least their fucking tournament makes fucking sense. Try to make sense of TNA's tournament. It is the TNA world title series that's going on right now. I got people saying, oh, TNA sucks. Well, WWE sucks. Well, this, fuck you. Well, fuck you. Look, when, I don't care if it's WWE, I don't care if it's TNA, I don't care if it's Ring of Honor, I don't care if it's Global Force, I don't care who the promotion is. If they're doing right, I'm giving praise. If they're doing wrong, I'm on that ass. Right? So just to make this kind of balance, because I basically covered the yin and yang of what was going on with the WWE, again, at least their tournament makes fucking sense. Try to make sense of the TNA World Title Series. This is like my first time talking about TNA and God knows how long, right? Now, they started this tournament, I don't know, 6-7 weeks ago to crown a new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. That's one TNA World Heavyweight Champion, I might add. All right, it's almost like I kind of said this coupon is valid for one per customer or whatever. Look, they've got these silly ass little brackets of like these subdivisions. Okay, so you have your group champions, which consists of Bobby Lashley, Ethan Carter III, Mr. Anderson, Austin Aries. Then you have Group Future 4. I guess that's supposed to be like the future of the company or whatever. You got Jesse Goddard, Eli Drake, Mecca or Mika, and then you got Crimson. Then you have the group knockouts. Yes, the knockouts are actually competing for the TNA World Title. You got Awesome Kong, you got Brooke, you got Gail Kim, you have Madison Rayne. Then you have the group TNA Originals, which consists of Eric Young, James Storm, who's doing dual responsibility because he's actually doing some stuff in NXT here and there. He actually did not know that the stuff that he was doing for this tournament in TNA was going to be airing about now. He didn't know that his name and likeliness and all that was going to be used for this. All right. But you got Abyss, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, James Storm. And then you have the group tag team specialists, which consists of Matt Hardy, Robbie E., Davey Richards, and Eddie Edwards. And then you have, and I wish I was being a dick and I was just saying, and then you have, I wish I was saying that just to be mean. And then, but no, then you have Group UK, which consists of Drew Galloway, Bram, Rockstar Spud, and Grado. And then, good God almighty, how long is this fucking list? This is, no bullshit, this is my first time looking at this since they announced the tournament, because TNA lost me when they had that stupid ass injunction, right? You had Ethan Carter III. He goes, Matt Hardy is the TNA champion. No. Screw this. Screw you, Dixie Carter, Aunt Dixie. Screw TNA. Screw Matt Hardy. Screw Jeff Hardy. I'm going to slap a lawsuit so big on TNA. I'm going to own this damn company. And then, like, you get this silly injunction that's in place. Ethan Carter's like, hey, look, you're not going to be seeing Matt Hardy in TNA anytime soon because with my injunction, it puts the TNA title in limbo. So you're never going to see Matt Hardy as the TNA champion. Matt Hardy, he goes, well, and I'm not making fun of how he sounds. I'm just saying, because I think I do a pretty good Matt Hardy impression. Well, boys and girls, I just think that the journey to become the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, as much as it means to me, I've got to do the right thing. And I talked to Dixie, and she agreed. I'm going to relinquish the TNA World Heavyweight title so that this title will no longer be in limbo and so that a new champion can be crowned. But make no mistake about it, Matt Hardy fans, I will become the TNA World Champion again. There will be no doubt. There will be no controversy. And I'm like, oh, okay, but like, wait a minute. Why would Ethan Carter III agree to a world title series tournament to crown a champion when it should just be more simpler, when it should just be Matt Hardy taking on, I don't know, 6-8 opponents? Like, how did Ethan Carter sign off on this through his attorneys? And that never was followed up on. that never was followed up on. It's those little things that you got to connect the dots and go, okay, this makes sense because this makes sense because that. I digress. Group wild card. Malahalabale Shaya. I'm trying the best I can to pronounce that. Aiden O'Shea, aka RCWR show guest Jay Bradley. Kenny King, who's an ROH, right? Crazy Steve. But wait, there is another division. Thank God we're finally at the bottom of the list. Group X division. Manic, DJ Z, T Gray Uno, and Mandrews. Am I reading that right? Mandrews? That looks like Mandrews. Yeah. Okay, Mandrews. Never heard of that guy before. Okay, so... And then you got this weird, silly point system. So, like, if you're trying to, like, if you were to try to say to a person that has never watched the TNA brand before, you try to explain to them what's going on with this tournament. You try to explain to them what's going on with the whole TNA landscape. You are gonna fucking lose them. Because looking at how this shit is set up, you gotta get a pen and paper and go, okay, this person has, because it's a point system. It's broken down by wins, draws, matches, and points. And then you think about, okay, well, if you score a victory via pinfall, you get this many points. If you win via submission, you win by this many points. If it's a DQ, it's minus. If it's a draw, then if it's a count out, then so you gotta factor in all this unnecessary bullshit.
Not only that, it's in the different groups. It's not just that one person, it's the groups and how they're grouped together.
God damn, that is just, I mean, this list, look, for those of you that have never seen this list before, I'm posting it in the live chat right now. I mean, I have a headache just looking at that shit. There you go. It's live right now. Go give that a read. That's just, you know, you know, yes, Walter, it's like the fucking NCAA tournament bracket. I agree with that. Number one, what's the fucking Devil's Duke or Blue Devils, taking on the North Carolina number 24 seed. And like, I don't give me that whole silly bracket. Just give me the simple shit. And this is the sad part. When they began this tournament, I mean, look at the number of the participants that's in this. Let's go back to this list for a minute. Look at the number of participants that's still in this from the moment that it began. Look at this. Look, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 33? Is that right? My 32. 32 fucking motherfuckers are still in this goddamn tournament since it began.
Is there 4 more?
No, that's it.
Okay.
So 32 fucking people are in this.
Well, not only...
And it's been almost 7 weeks.
True, but not only that, normally, I would assume that if you're going to sit down and watch any wrestling company, I'm pretty sure that you don't want to have to think about who won the match in a point system.
No.
I mean, you want to relax, kick back, enjoy the show. Mm-hmm. So, well, let's see. I think this person won, but I'm really not sure. And then you're going to have to divide and count. And I mean, come on now. That's a bit much for anybody watching any promotion.
It is. It is. It is. And folks wonder why I'm not covering TNA right now. When they get past all this silly shit, maybe I will cover the damn thing again. Until then, I mean, look, if I don't have anything kind to say, don't say anything at all. But for those of you that's been kind of like, what's going on with me in the TNA brand, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.